we'll deal with those. We'll deal with those point tickets when you get back. And the better you do, the better the city attorney's offer is going to be to alleviate some of them. Those points. Now that's Galaxy. Sounds like you're at work, sir. What's your name?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to move to a spot where it can be a little bit more quiet.
What's your name?
Tracy Lewis.
Are a CE or a CY?
Excuse me?
CEY or CY?
CY.
And then the person with the iPhone. It's another person with the iPhone that signed on.
Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant.
Already got your name, sir.
Yes.
One that I haven't spoken. Mr. Grant.
I was saying, yes.
I have you down, don't I? We already talked.
Right, but I just received 2 tickets in the mail for the same offense, and the offense that I received them for was the one we took care of.
Who's on the iPhone?
Darius Lee.
Lee?
Yes.
Darius?
Yes.
Spell the first name.
Darius.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let me good morning, Mr. Rob. I'm gonna look you up, Mr. Grant. What's your middle name, Mr. Grant?
Maurice.
Everything here is closed. What's the case number on there?
Let me get some light. The case number is U31577-216.
Need a docket, and then the House Council needs a docket as well.
The same number is on both tickets.
Let me look at here. Let me see what they got here. Provided that proof, sir. Did you take that class?
I did everything you told me to do.
All right, we're gonna close it out. All right.
Okay.
You paid. We're gonna close it out under disorderly conduct. All right.
Right.
Have a great day, sir. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
To you too, sir.
All right. Very well.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Tracy doesn't know. I want to get him back to work. I don't have a doctor. All right, Mr. Tracy, what's your middle name?
Dion. D-I-O-N-N-E.
like you need to stay at work with all this money you owe.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What are you here for today?
I think it's in my I guess my hearing for the probation that you had put me on. Is a 6 months, but it's a three month delayed sentence.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Is this for this narcotics violation?
Yes, yeah.
Or we're gonna have to call probation. Have you been testing?
Yes, they tested me a couple of weeks ago. I just finished talking to my probation officer probably about 30 minutes ago, maybe. And she said Miss Tucker, Officer Tucker.
All right. Can we get Officer Tucker in here? And what is this, 6 months? This isn't the 6 month, it is the 6 month, isn't it? All right. Let's go back to, this is Lewis. I mean, this is Lawrence. You have, did you get that information, ma'am?
On the, yes, the one that you sent us.
What I want you to do, I'm gonna allow you to pay the reinstatement up front for your tickets. I want you to come back here, not only, I want you to come back here with a, with that test, and I want you to be able to take us to school on what you learned. I also want you to come back in here with a driver's license, all right? So
Okay.
I'm gonna allow you to pay the reinstatement fee up front for these offenses. That should, I don't know if you have any tickets in any other jurisdictions, do you or not?
No, sir.
So that's gonna give you an opportunity to go get a driver's license. How much time do you need to do that? I'll give you 30 days. You know, well, really, if you get a driver's license, I can give you longer than 30 days because I'll let you take the class. I just don't want you out there without a driver's license.
I do have a driver's license, Your Honor.
I don't think you do. We'll find out.
I just went to the Secretary of State in November to renew it.
See. Maybe I'm wrong. It won't be the first time. You may have a license. This speeding ticket here is gonna suspend it.
I have a court date for that speeding ticket on Wednesday, actually. I just came out to the 36th district, I want to say like a week ago, and made that court date for that ticket, for the speeding ticket.
So, all right, can we get the docket to Madam Counsel? Who's that calling in on the phone at 694-419-4419?
Clyde Lynch.
Say that, spell it for me, the first name.
CLYDE.
And last name.
LYNCH.
Okay, very well. I have somebody else on the phone that's called in on a 248 number. Who might that be?
Spence Gray.
Spencer Gray.
Yes, Your Honor.
You wanted to vote for you. This, Miss Lawrence's license, Tasia Lawrence license.
Tajay.
Tajay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need these files here. The first file I need is it pressure or Persia?
Persia.
Persia board, no. Ms. Wilkerson.
Ms. Wilkerson? What is your
Yes.
email? What is your email?
It's Wilkerson, WILKERSON, law, LAW, the number 1 @gmail.com.
Are we ready to go, Madam Clerk? Madam Court Reporter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus Persia, LaSonia Gordon. Case numbers C5328111 and SP4693351. Appearance for the record, please.
Persia Gordon. Your Honor, do you want my appearance at this time?
Yes, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson, P81003, on behalf of Ms. Gordon.
Where's Mr. Goss?
May it please this honorable court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city of Detroit.
Okay, good morning. Ms. Gordon has 2 old driving while license suspended, and both of them essentially driving while license suspended, driving while license improper. She's paid a related civil infraction. This one ticket dates back to 2016. The other ticket dates back to 2015. She paid a related civil that relates to one of the tickets. What do you want to do? Let's see what this one is. What do you want to do with the other?
What is her status of getting a driver's license?
Where are you at in getting your driver's license, Ms. Ward?
That I was told down when I went to 36th District that I had to go to court to get the suspended license lifted before I could get my suspension lifted before I could get my license. I went to Secretary of State to get the ticket.
Hold on. What about any other courts? You got any tickets in any other courts?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is the last step for her.
It will be allowing, since this is the last step.
All right, allowing unlicensed driver to drive. That's gonna be I'll take that, that'll be a $240 fine. That's a misdemeanor that does not abstract to the Secretary of State, that will dismiss upon payment of the $240. I'll waive the warrant cost. You'll pay the reinstatement fees of $45 a piece. There's 2 of them. So you're looking at $330 and you'll have clearances here. You want to take that deal, or Madam Wilkerson, we can set her a trial date. These tickets are relatively old. I'll allow your client to pay the reinstatement fee up front, and then she can come back on March the 11th, 2022. With that, you should be able to get a driver's license, ma'am. And then you come back and you may do better. I don't think you can do any worse. What would you like to do? Or you can speak with, the House Counsel in the breakout room.
Can I speak with the council?
Certainly.
The date on the tickets, Your Honor?
2015 and 2016. You need to know the exact date, madam?
No, that's fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Did I name you, Miss? I know I named you. Why can't I find your name? Did I misname? I took your name down, didn't I?
For Ms. Gordon,
Yeah.
I believe you've already sent her to the breakout room.
Oh, okay, I'm sending you to the breakout room now. Very
Yes.
well, all right. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. Let's get, are you ready? Are you signed on?
I don't know, but I don't know what file it is.
No, let's get Tasia. Get that right, Ms. Lawrence, this time?
Tajay.
I'm messing up all the time, all right. Tajay Lawrence. Please, can we get her driver's license to make sure she's not riding dirty?
What's the case?
Case number. Let's see here. You see it?
Pulling up our sneak drop license. Case.
Yeah, her case number is, let's see, we picked SP 1891991. All right, who's on that OnePlus Nord N100?
Rashad. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name?
How you doing, Your Honor? This is LaShawn Greer.
Greer?
Yes.
Spell it, LaShawn, L-A-S-H-A-W-N?
L-A-A-U-N.
S-H-A-U-N?
Yes. G-R-I-E-R.
Okay. All right, you're valid now. That's a good thing. So what we're gonna do, we'll wait till the lawyer gets back for you.
I'll be back.
Mr. Potts, you're here for Mr. Lynn?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
All right, come on, let me check this one other person in. Who's that 586-925-8090?
My name is Officer Ferguson, sir.
Officer Ferguson?
Yes.
And who are you here on, officer? Good morning to you. Who are you here on?
They said a Mr. Lee, it was a ticket from 2014.
All right, what do you want to do with that? Well,
I'm sorry?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I'd like to speak to the officer.
Oh. All right, Counselor, we're back on the record with Mrs. Gordon. Miss Gordon, what would your client like to do?
Your Honor, she would like to have these matters set for trial.
I figured so. All right. So what I would suggest, ma'am, I'm gonna put in here, pay reinstatement fees up front. And what I'm gonna say to you is I don't know of a good way, the only good way I know to pay those reinstatement fees up front is to come down to the court and pay those in person. Let the clerk know that it should be a note in the file that you're gonna pay the reinstatement fees up front. I'm gonna have you back on March the 11th, 2022 at 9 a.m. for a trial on both the matters, all right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Anything further, ma'am?
No, I was just gonna say that's what I'll do, go down to the courts and pay the reinstatement fee.
Yeah, we're gonna have you pay those up front. That should clear you here at the 36th district to get a license. And then you come back and we'll deal with those other 2 tickets when you come back, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, there's nothing further. Have a very good, safe, and happy holiday season, ma'am.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Let's take care of this. I'm about to mess it up again. Ms. Lawrence. Tasia Lawrence.
Tajay Lawrence, Your Honor. Tajay.
So you messed me up, Miss Williams Long.
Oh, Your Honor.
I was just about to say it right, too. Yeah, Ms. Tajay Lawrence's file. All right, let's call the cases now.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. Before you call the case, I still haven't received the docket. I just want to make sure he had my correct email address.
Yeah, I sent it, you at Gmail, right?
Yes. Did you make sure to include the number 1 at the end?
I could get a docket as well.
One at the end of law or Gmail?
Yes, at the end of law.
Okay, let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit. First, Tajay, Brianna Lawrence, case number SP 1164881, SP 1164881, SP 118888121, SP 1188812, counts 2 and 3, and SP 1189199, appearance for the record, please.
Till Manager Wilkerson, on behalf of Ms. Lawrence. Ms. Lawrence, please state your name for the record.
Tajay Lawrence.
I got it right. All right, finally. All right, so Ms. Lawrence, what we're gonna see, she's got a default ticket. Her license is valid for now. But this ticket needs to be taken care of, the one that's in default. Counselor will rely on you. She's gonna rely on you.
What's your email?
Ms. Wilkes?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm looking for her name on the docket.
It's not on the docket. It's not on the docket.
Okay, can you say what she had besides the default then? Again, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
She has the speeding ticket that she defaulted on.
Okay. And did you say she had 2 other ones?
Well, she's got a host of other tickets. At her young age, she's starting to rack them up. So she's gonna take the defensive driving course.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna put, Michigan defensive driving.
And are we setting this matter for another pretrial?
We'll set it for another pretrial, but let's deal with that speeding that's sitting in there in default.
Oh, Your Honor, can we move to set aside the default?
All right. And I'm gonna grant that. Ma'am, when you get a ticket, you're gonna have to set a court date, especially for these moving violations. I don't suggest you ever pay a moving violation either. Always set a court date to see if you can get a better deal, because if you paid this, it'll be 4 points on your license. But by letting it sit out there in default, it will eventually suspend your license. So I'm glad you came in here timely enough. So you know what the rules are, ma'am. You're gonna take that class, and you're gonna be expected to give us some very good information as it relates to that. You have a driver's license, so you can come back in 30 days if you want to, or you can come back in March if you want to. What do you want to do?
I'd rather come back in 30 days.
In 30 days?
Yes, sir.
Let's have you back on January 13th. 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Bring some money with you then too, all right? So we can, whatever deal we settle up on, we can get this closed out.
Okay, so do that mean that am I still coming to court on Wednesday? Because I had originally scheduled the court date for this exact ticket on Wednesday.
What was it? Are you in Southwest Detroit over there?
No,
Did you get these tickets in Southwest Detroit?
no, I got that speeding ticket on Woodward and 7 Mile.
No, you're gonna come back January 13th. That's gonna be, all your matters are gonna be done on January 13th. So just come back and be ready to be very engaged, and let's have some robust conversation on what you learned, all right?
Okay, so disregard the court meeting for Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so let me, Investigator Summerfield. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So good. Goodman? At 9 o'clock. Is Ms. Goodman here? No. All right, so we'll wait. All right, can I get Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee.
I don't know where Father, I don't know what happened. I looked in all file cabinets. So.
Darius Lee, but is he even here? He's here. He's here.
What did she know about him?
And we'll be here on Darius Lindell Lee. Where's Mr. Lee?
Right.
I didn't hear you, Mr. Lee. You're breaking up.
It's January stuff.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I see you down there, Mr. Jerry. Is that Jerry on that iPhone down there?
Yes, Jerry Lucas.
Okay, very well. All right. Let's go with Madam Tucker, Officer Tucker. Right. All right, who are you on?
Mr. Tracy Lewis.
Tracy Lewis. Let's see if I have this file. Oh, let me see. What's the middle name again? Have it here?
Yeah.
Okay, I have it here. All right. Okay, hey, we got this right here. There's Darius. Oh, I printed those ROAs out there. You go on.
Yep.
This is Darius Lee.
Yeah, well, I recently
Hold on a second. All right. This is the city of Detroit. Versus Tracy Dion Lewis, number U595032221. Appearance for the record, please.
Cynthia Tucker on behalf of probation.
Okay. And can you put your appearance on the record, Counselor?
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Lewis.
This is set for a review. Let me ask you this, did you get the docket, Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right, so with that being said, now, what are you, Ms. Lawrence? You're free to leave if you got your date, January the 13th, right? 2022, right? I don't hear
I'm
you.
sorry. Yes.
So you know what's expected of you, right?
Okay, I'm free to go.
Yeah, you know what's expected of you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and have a great and safe, happy holiday season. I'll see you in the new year, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's deal with Mr. Lewis's case at hand. And then we got some other matters we need to clear up too, Mr. Lewis. So Madam Tucker.
Okay, Brother, on June 11th, 2021, he was placed under a delayed sentence. He was ordered to do 3 months.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you
We
have
had it
everyone
on
mute yourself? I can't hear what
S4.
she's saying.
Hello, am I still the media?
Yes, hang on 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Make sure you mute your device. Press the little microphone button on your device to mute yourself.
I don't know.
I believe I can hear you now, Your Honor.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, how did it do that? All right. Now, what I was saying, you heard everything that Counselor was saying about Mr. Lewis, correct?
No, I missed it. She started out saying when he was sentenced and then everything else concluded after that.
Okay,
So
sorry about that.
he was placed on a delayed sentence on June 11th, 2021, 6-month delayed sentence. He was ordered to do 3 months testing, pay fines and costs, no positive tests, and complete the substance abuse program. Today, he's paid all his costs and fines. His first test was positive for alcohol and marijuana. He was spoken to about that one since all the tests were negative. And he did complete his outpatient treatment. He had a successful completion. So the probation department is pleased with all his conditions he's met. The court did say they would consider dismissal upon all his conditions.
And I was saying that you probably, I'll let you say something if you want to, but you don't have to. You probably don't even want to, right?
I'm just moving forward to be dismissed, Your Honor. Nothing other than that.
All right, Mr. Wilkinson, Mr. Lewis is as well. So we're gonna dismiss this case. You've satisfactorily completed all the terms and conditions that were outlined for you, Mr. Lewis. Congratulate you on that. And with that, we're going to hold this out. And I think it's gonna be dismissed, correct?
Yes, it's in dismissal. Yep.
All right, we're gonna dismiss this. The U ticket. Now, for the other matters, sir, you owe some money sitting here for some old matters. What I can do is I can waive some of the late fees to try and get you back to the original amount of the ticket. But I can also do community service, or I can give you some time to pay that. So what would you like to do? You want some time to pay it, or what? Or you want to do some community service? I have 3 different tickets that I see that you owe money on. You can unmute yourself, sir.
No.
Hello?
Did I unmute it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you need time to pay those other matters, Mr. Lewis?
Oh, yes, I do. That's what I was trying to work on before the end of the year, but you know, certain things didn't work out for me. But that's what my plan was to try to go ahead and pay those off too.
All right, what I'm gonna do for you, sir, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an early Christmas present. I'm gonna waive the late fees, and I'm going to waive the reinstatement fees for these matters. So that should save you a little bit of money. Now, when do you think you can have this stuff paid?
I'm not sure. How much am I working with?
I don't really know. You're working with around 230, 550 around $1,000, maybe a little bit less once I waive these fees.
Okay, I can start after the new year, and I can just try to work it down that whole month.
Give me a date, sir. Put a date on it, please.
Let's say 2 months. Can I get 2 months to try to get that down?
I'll have you back on February the 11th, 2022 at 8:25 for a review on those. All right?
Okay, all right.
If there's nothing further, sir, you have a safe, and then you got a host of reinstatement fees, so that's gonna be done on your own time, but you won't be eligible for a license until you get those paid. At least,
Okay.
I don't think you will, but go to Secretary of State. If they tell you differently, they give you a license, and good for you. So other than that, I'm gonna waive the reinstatement fees, and I'm going to waive the late fees on those three matters. I'm gonna give you till February 11th. If there's nothing further, sir, you have a very safe and happy holiday season, all right?
You too, Your Honor.
All right, very well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
All right. Let's go with Mr. Potts. Mr. Potts, you got Lynch, Clyde Lynch.
Is he present? Oh, he is present, Your Honor. He was on the phone.
All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Clyde Darnell Lynch. Case numbers SP 119, strike that, SP 1169907, counts 1 and 2, SP 1169999, 1, SP 1170036, 1, SP 1233495, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
For the record, Your Honor, good morning. Coleman Potts, P78607 on behalf of Mr. Lynch, who appears by Zoom. Mr. Lynch, if you could press *6 and unmute and state your name for the record, sir.
Yes, my name is Clyde Lynch. I
Hey, Your
am
Honor.
Clyde Lynch.
Your Honor, I was appointed to this case, I believe, because one of the matters disregarded our officer signal. We needed to speak to the officer about. We haven't had that conference yet. I did want to speak to the officer on a pretrial date, which I guess I would need the prosecutor to make that connection. That hasn't happened yet. I anticipate we can get that done if the court wants to set another pretrial date or to set this matter directly for trial.
Mr. Potts, may I speak with you?
Yes.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. It's confidential, but
The court, Mr. Lynch, hold on 1 second. Court will put us in the breakout room.
I'm on the regular.
Yeah, the court can still move you to the breakout room. Thanks, Judge.
All right. All right, let's move on to, I have Mr. Mr. Moore in here. What's going on, Mr. Moore? What do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have Devin Lee. Initially I was given a court date for the 14th. And when I went to verify it, this open alcohol was scheduled for today. So I have one scheduled for today. The same officer had 3 tomorrow. So I like to handle all 4 today.
And what's Devin Lee's middle name?
No middle name. I got a case number.
I got it. You got Devin Lee's file there. This is City of Detroit versus Devin Lee, case number 214-632-64, counts 1, 2, and 3, and 214-632-65.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gregory L. Moore, P34437, on behalf of Devin Lee. He's here with me. State your name, sir. Devin Lee.
All right. Got it. Thank you. Oh, today is the date and time set for a trial?
That was for
Yes.
yesterday's stuff. It was set yesterday. So.
Trial is tomorrow.
This open alcohol scheduled for today.
Somebody's good for the day and tomorrow.
Did that? Free, scheduled for trial. Who's the officer?
Same officer in both of them. His name is,
All right, so what we're gonna do is if he doesn't show up, he's got about 7 more minutes, I believe. What time was it set for trial today? Devin Lee is, so he's gonna have to, we'll get that dismissal. I know that's the main one he wants.
Yes.
If the officer doesn't show up, and then he's gonna have to come back tomorrow.
okay, you're right.
It's
This
gonna have
open
to be-
alcohol is the main one we want to get dismissed.
I'm sure that's the case. All right, we're gonna set it aside. Now, Mr. Potts, what does your client want to do? Let me know at 9:30, so you can get your client, you guys get out of here. What's your client want to do, Mr. Potts? You out of the breakout room? No. No, he's still in. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's get Kevin Gray.
Yes, sir.
Where's Mr. Gray?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm just pulling your name up. What's your middle name?
Dwayne.
Yours is set for trial today too. Who's the officer? This is Officer, Gorman. Okay. All right, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna give him a second to come in. So at 9:24, at 9:30, if they're not here, they're getting, the cases are gonna be dismissed. Let's move to Mr. Grant. Is Mr. Grant there still? Or did he leave? Anthony Grant? I think he left. Let's close Anthony Grant's case out. This is gonna be City of Detroit versus Anthony Maurice Grant, case number U315772216. We're gonna close that matter out under disorderly conduct. First, Anthony Grant.
Was that a review, Your Honor?
That's for a review.
Oh, that's
for a review. I don't know if he's on the docket today.
I don't see him on that.
Right.
What's the case number?
Your case number is, you can just put it out, U315772216. And he paid, let's close that matter out. All right, let's move on. Olivero. Oh, they're gonna pay today. Russell Gray. Is Russell Gray there?
It's Gregory.
Russell Gregory.
Yes.
you have a middle name, sir?
No, sir.
Where are you?
I have no middle name.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of stuff sitting here too, sir.
Your Honor, I have to get down to 36 for an in-person preliminary examination. My associate Jessica Warfield, she's going to come on. We're just going to be requesting discovery in this matter and setting it for a trial date.
All right, we're gonna just set it for a trial date for January, for March 11th, all right?
Okay.
Now, who is that? Who is your client?
Clyde Lynch. And right now, Judge, we'll be setting it for a jury trial date at this time, or we can set it for a bench trial, but we're not waiving our right to a jury.
All right, we'll set it for a jury trial at March the 11th. I'm sure that there'll be, I'm hearing that there's some jury trials going on, so we're gonna set it for a jury trial, March the 11th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay, and I believe my client is still in the breakout room. I'll give it to him.
All right, Mr. Lynch, I've given you an opportunity to speak with your lawyer in the breakout room, and he indicates that you want to set this for a jury trial, right?
Mr. Lynch, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so what we spoke about in the breakout room is requesting a discovery, and as of right now, we're going to set it for a jury trial. If something changes before the jury trial date, we'll update the court.
All right.
All right, so March 11th, 2022 at 9 a.m. is going to be jury trial date.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, if nothing further, have a great and safe happy holiday season. I'll see you in the new year.
Sure, we have some notification, Judge. We have a good one.
All right. Jerry? Let's get him out of here. Jerry, what's your name? On an iPhone, you've got work. You gotta unmute yourself, sir.
I believe it was Jerry Lucas.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes. What's your name?
Jerry Lucas.
Oh, he's set for trial and formal hearing. So, all right, let's call these cases now. Let's get Jerry Lucas. Is there an officer, Corey Carson or Brian Nelson? All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Jerry Lucas, case number SP 1173809-1, SP 104-39071, and SP 1173809-2. Appearances for the record, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Lucas. Mr. Lucas, please state your full name for the record.
Jerry Lucas, the second.
Your Honor, at this time, these matters have been set for trial and formal hearing. I don't believe the officers are present. We move for dismissal of these matters.
Okay, any officer, Brian Nelson? Officer Brian Nelson, hearing no response. It's now set for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:30. I'll give them a half-hour grace period. They haven't showed up, so I'm gonna dismiss the matter. Okay. Let me see the other one, on 4. It's set for a review on the failure to secure a load. Let's see what he's done on that. All right, for the two, SP 1173809, counts 1 and counts 2 are both going to be dismissed. And for the failure to secure a load, it appears It appears that he has satisfied the terms and conditions of that. So I'm gonna close that matter out. I don't know if that's supposed to be closed out under, it doesn't say that it's supposed to be dismissed, so I'm just gonna close that matter out. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, have a very good, safe, and happy holiday season, sir.
Thank you. You do the same as well.
All right. All right.
Do I hang up now?
Yeah, you're free to leave, sir.
Okay.
Check those. All right, let's move to who, Mr. Moore. Well, let's go back on the record with Mr. Devin Lewis. And he's got the one today that we call, I think.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're here. Let's call this case of this City of Detroit versus Devin Lewis, case number 214-632-651. Place your appearance on the record again, Counselor.
It's Devin Lee, Gregory Moore, on behalf of Mr. Devin Lee.
All right, but is there today is the date time set for a trial born on your birthday? Is there an Officer Ibrahim? Officer Ibrahim, hearing no response. You have a motion, Counselor?
Yes, make a motion to dismiss without prejudice, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna dismiss no officer, and then you gotta be back tomorrow for the other three on the other tickets. I don't know how that got scheduled like that, but some kind of way.
You won't entertain a motion to dismiss them all?
I mean, the counselors, the city attorney is here. What do you?
Your Honor, may it please the Honorable Court, Dante Garcia, P606162 on behalf of City of Detroit. Your Honor, since the officer has a notice for tomorrow, I think it'd be a little too premature to dismiss this matter, just because the officer might show up tomorrow. So I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna deny the motion, Counselor. This case is gonna be dismissed. And,
okay. Thank you.
Any up there, just tell them to zoom in with you tomorrow. I'm gonna set this file aside.
Okay.
We'll just have a little call. It's the same officer.
Same date?
Well, let's see. Well, yeah, I mean, wait a minute. I don't know. This is the same day.
Same date.
Same day,
same time.
Oh, so we I'm gonna let me make sure all of them are on the same day. Yes, all of them on the same day. I'm gonna go ahead and grant your motion.
And again, Your Honor, I still object because the court set that date for tomorrow, and that was out of the prosecution's hand, and that notice is given for the officer to be there tomorrow.
Well, notice was given for them to be here today too.
Right, so we don't know if he will show up tomorrow or not, so I think it's premature.
Yeah, and I'm gonna still grant his motion. And simply because Mr. Lee is here, and I don't if there was for two separate tickets and they happen on different days, then I can understand that. But he should have gotten notice for the day. He hasn't called. He hasn't given the court any reason why he hasn't showed up.
But Your Honor, just for the record, the statements I was going to bring to your attention, Tyrese Lee. he has a trial scheduled for today. He also has a trial scheduled for tomorrow. And each of them is count one and a count two. So it's something going on with the court. So I just think it's, premature to do that, Your Honor, because it's something going on with the court. It's not the prosecution's fault in this matter, Your Honor. The subpoena went out 2 different times because my officer for Mr. Lee told me that he's scheduled for tomorrow also.
Does your client have a driver's license?
No, yeah, we're trying to get one. I've been on this case since April.
What is gonna be the resolution? It's only driving my license, suspended, no ops, and a no registration now. The worst of the cases dismissed. The no alcohol, the open alcohol in a motor vehicle is dismissed. Did I print out those other?
Your Honor, I'm willing to do an allowing for cases for tomorrow, or we just have to wait till tomorrow and see if the officers show up. Because the subpoena went out for tomorrow.
And who else do we have?
This is on Tyrese Lee. Today we scheduled for, it's an old case, but it's scheduled.
Is Tyrese Lee here?
No, Your Honor. My officer is.
So your officer's here for this one. Where is the officer?
She's still in the breakout.
Let me speak to her.
That's the one who was on telephone.
The officer's on the telephone?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, she's not in the breakout room anymore. Is the officer here for Tyrese Lee?
Your Honor, I was gonna dismiss the matter.
Yeah, I want to find out if she got 2 separate.
She did. That's how I knew about it, because she told me about it.
She got 2 separate.
She got 2 separate.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss I'm gonna dismiss your case, Mr. Lee. All cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very kind. Have a happy holiday.
It's a situation where, at least we know, and you brought that up, Counselor, how you had 2 separate incidents. They both got noticed. So there was a reason why there wasn't, if there was a thing that the council only got, the only person got 1 notice, then I would just go ahead and do it and make them come back tomorrow. But apparently the notices are getting out that this officer just chose not to show up today.
Right.
And these tickets were had on the same transaction and occurrence.
You don't know if he's gonna show up for tomorrow.
I know, but he's not here today and he's on the same transaction or occurrence.
Right, but since the court put him on 2 separate days, I just think it's,
Well, the fact that he's been noticed and the fact that he hasn't showed up today, the court doesn't take that kindly. He's supposed to be here. So he's supposed to be here today and tomorrow. So he just disregarded the court's order. So I'm gonna dismiss both cases, no officer, and he always has the recourse of rewriting the tickets. And then we'll see if he shows up tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna dismiss him, no officer. So it's not as if he doesn't have, he doesn't have recourse on that. Okay, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just one of my objections on the record.
I got you. All right, if there's nothing further, you and your client have a very safe and happy holiday season, Mr. Moore.
Thank you very kindly, Your Honor. Happy holidays to you.
All right, very well.
And Your Honor, is Goodman here?
Miss Good?
What is his name?
Miss Goodman?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can we call that case and at least release the investigator, Your Honor, because she's just waiting?
I will give her a few more minutes to show back up.
Okay.
And where is she?
She's the first one on time.
What's my son doing?
We're gonna give her a few more minutes to show up. All right, let's go with where are we? Let's go with Gray. Kevin Gray or Kevin Gregory? No. Kevin
Right here.
Gray,
You talk about me, Your Honor, right here?
yeah, you're set for trial as well.
Yes, yes, sir.
We have Kevin Gray up there.
I think I do.
What's your middle name, sir?
Dwayne. Yes, sir.
All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Kevin Dwayne Gray. Case number SP 106-34991. Appearances for the record, please.
Kevin Gray.
Till Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Gray, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's jumping to get this case dismissed. I would too. No, obviously. So
Your Honor,
today is the date and time. I think it's set for a trial today.
yes, the officer is a doorman.
Is there Officer Dorman? Officer Dorman, hearing no response.
We move for dismissal on this matter, Your Honor.
Okay, and I'm gonna dismiss the matter. Yeah, there's no officer. Ample opportunity, 9:43, they have until 9:30 to check in, hearing no response. The case is gonna be dismissed. All right, Mr. Gray, you beat this one, sir, but you better control that. I don't know if you still have the firearm or not, or whether
Actually,
it was a.
that's what I want.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You best keep it to yourself. But if it was a firearm, because I don't know if it's actually true, because there are allegations and now. But you better keep your stuff safe, because you might not get that lucky next time. All right.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe and happy holiday season.
You as well.
All right. Thank you. Okay. We have Chavez Lewis. Who else is up for trial today? Do we have anybody here that's scheduled for trial?
Darius Lee.
Darius Lee? Right, okay. And do we have an officer here for Mr. Lee?
Officer Crockett.
Darius Lee.
I have the file here.
Opposite. He's trying to zoom in now.
He's late.
That was him.
Yeah, he's late. It's 9:40, it's 9:45. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Darius Lindell Lee. Case number SP 1172583, 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1172621. Appearance for the record, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, please state your name for the record.
Darius Lee.
All right, you have this Officer Stanley Corpick here. All right.
Your Honor, we move for dismissal on this matter.
Okay.
Corporal Kropick.
Yeah, Corporal, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
In case you can put your appearance on the record.
This is Corporal Kropick, Detroit Police Department, badge 775.
All right, the cases are gonna be dismissed. The cutoff time here is 9:30. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dismiss. Of course, that's gonna be without prejudice. And so
Your Honor, Dante Goss, P60162 on behalf of the City of Detroit. Your Honor, I will have to object, even though it's 9:45. Officer Kropick has appeared.
Okay, very well. Your objection is noted. The case is going to be dismissed, and I don't know, Officer Corporal, that you know the rule in my court, but I give officers a half-hour grace period to check in, all right? That's just for future reference, Corporal. If there's nothing further, you gotta keep in mind, Mr. Lee, that the cases can very well be reissued, because I'm dismissing those without prejudice, so that's between the corporal and the city law department on what they want to do. I don't know if they're gonna give you early Christmas present or not, or if they're gonna bring the cases back. So you gotta keep in mind that that is possible, that is certainly a possibility. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, very well. If there's nothing further, Corporal, have a safe and happy holiday season and be safe out there. And I'm sure I'll see you soon. And Mr. Lee, you do the same thing, okay?
Okay. You too, Judge.
All right, very well. All right, let's move on. Mr. Lewis, who else is there any other trial set that people are here? All right, let's call Mrs. Hold on, Mr. Hold on. First of all, you gotta pull over. I'm gonna kick you out the room until you pull over and dial back in when you're not driving, all right?
I'm pulling over right now, right? I'm pulling over right now.
All right, let's get Investigator Summerfield. Who do you have?
Miss Goodman, Your Honor.
Yes, Trevina Goodman.
Correct.
Let's get Miss Summerfield out of here.
What was his name?
Investigator Summerfield, Trevina Goodman. Yes. This is just one count here.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Trevina Goodman. Case number B1228231. Appearance for the record, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Ms. Goodman, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Goodman is not here. Ms. Goodman was scheduled to be here at 9 a.m. You can put your appearance on the record, Officer Investigator Summerfield.
Investigator Summerfield, Detroit Animal Control, badge number 3.
Okay, with that being said, I'm sure you don't have any explanation for why your client is not here.
I do not, Your Honor.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show cause Ms. Goodman and see if we can get her attention. I have you noted that you appeared here today for trial. Today is the date and time set for trial. So if we find her, then we'll send you another notice, Ms. Summerfield.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a very safe and happy holiday season, all right?
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to Mr. Lewis, Chevelle Lewis. Where are you? You gotta unmute yourself, sir.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, Mr. Lewis, you were supposed to take the defensive driving class. Did you do it?
Yes, sir. I sent an email.
Okay, yeah, you sent an email and you sent some notes as well. I need Mr. You got the Great Gatsby handle on your whatchamacallit, huh?
Yes, sir.
Everybody should know who that is, huh?
I would hope so.
You hope so. All right, so Mr. Boss, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is the City of Detroit. Now, this is a reckless driving ticket that Mr. Lewis had. This is the City of Detroit versus Chevelle Jaquel Lewis, case number 213-558081. Appearance for the record, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Lewis, Your Honor. Mr. Lewis, please state your full name for the record.
Chavez Jaquel Lewis.
Dante Goss, on behalf of City of Detroit.
All right, Mr. Lewis, so when you got this and when you were recommended, when you were given the opportunity to take the defensive driving course, you were asked some certain, you understood the responsibility and what you had to do. Now, you did send me a brief summary of what you learned, and I definitely see that you've taken the course, and it appears that you've taken the course seriously. But I want you to go into more detail on some of these things that you sent. So with that being said, sir, the floor is yours.
From the course, I learned that when it comes to defensive driving and when it comes to safe driving, it starts before you practically leave the house or even go towards the car. Your mood, the weather, the route that you choose, even the maintenance on the car has to be up to date in order for you to be able to drive safely, not for yourself, well, for yourself, but for everyone else that's on the road. There's a couple of things that I learned.
Right there. Let's stop right there. Let's go into a little more detail and give them a little more specifics and some examples of what you're talking about that the course gave you examples on when you mentioned, your mood and before you get in the car, your vehicle being in a working order and things like that. Let's go into some specifics.
Specifics would be windshield cracks, because the windshield could damage and cause harm, which would cause a crash. Having brakes, because depending how much weight that the car is, how fast you're going, depends on how much braking power you're going to need, how much braking space.
Did they give you an example on how the size of the vehicle and how many feet you can expect this vehicle to stop, and how many feet to be in between other vehicles when you're driving?
There's about a 5-second rule, 2 to 5 second rule, depending on if it's a normal car. It would have, if you're going say 20 miles an hour, you need to be ready for a 25-foot stop. If you're doing around 55 miles an hour, you're going to need about 225 feet in order to stop completely.
Put a crackhead in relax.
So you need to be, the most important thing about that is providing people space, correct? I mean,
Yes, sir.
The car can only, is a big vehicle, and those brakes are only gonna put it to a halt only so quick, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, move on.
Another example was your temperament before you get in the car. If you're angry, you're more subject to make rash decisions, whether they're more aggressive, being an offensive driver. When doing that, you might cut someone off. You might cause more road rage than just yourself. And now there's more people, and that can cause a crash, someone hitting a brake too fast or accelerating past a red light, and things of that nature.
All right. Go ahead.
You still want me to go in details on just that, or just keep going down
No,
the
I
list?
want you to go ahead and continue on. You gave some pretty good information on that. Go ahead and continue on.
One of the biggest things before all of that is that it's not a right, it's a privilege. The state is giving people the privilege to actually drive. It's not something that you can just have just because you have the ability to drive. Distractions can happen inside and outside of the car, whether it be your kids, whether it's music, smoking, drinking a pop, eating. There's also distractions that can happen outside, whether you're too busy looking at an accident that happened on the other side of the road, whether you're looking at someone, a dog, another car. And when you do get into an accident or you're trying to keep one from getting worse, you have to have maintained balance, I would say, of the vehicle. Make sure that the car doesn't go completely out of control. Make sure the steering wheel is straight. If you were to lose complete control of the car, your goal would be to maybe side swipe parked cars, try to hit something that can give so it won't hurt you, because the car is made to crumble and crush a certain way to disperse the energy. I went over the maintenance, tire maintenance, making sure there's enough tread on the car, making sure that the brakes work, making sure your taillights work, your signals work. You should also have tools in the car just in case if the car were to stop on the road, have flares, be able to stop completely, call your insurance and company, call the police. Have flares, hazard lights on, have a flashlight, an extinguisher if you need it. You have to take proper precautions for signs, whether they're flashing red lights, yellow lights, deer, animals, children. You need to pay attention to whether there are white lines, that they're straight, dashed lines, whether you're allowed to pass around people or you have to stay in your lane.
All right, now let's wrap it up. And as it relates to this driving ticket that you got, well, let's give us some specific information about that. The ticket is reckless driving. So in reckless driving, you have to have at least 2 driving offenses, moving violations for the officer to even write you for reckless driving. These, and I would suggest that they would be more egregious violations. These are pretty egregious in nature if the allegations are true, as it has down here that you're the allegation is that you're going 90 miles an hour and that you're weaving in and out of traffic, and that you're without signaling, and that you are passing too close. Now you already discussed the passing too close. I don't think you hit on what a lot of people don't realize is that you must pass on the left, and you can't sit there in that left lane. That's a ticketable offense just to be sitting and driving in that far left lane. That lane is specifically a passing lane, and you need to be in that lane and passing and out of that lane. Did they touch on that?
Yes, sir.
What else did they say about that?
They said that once you're in that lane, if you notice that there are even any cars up to, I believe they said 5, if you see or you notice that there are multiple cars behind you, you need to get over so those cars can proceed to pass as well.
And I had a buddy, he's since deceased now, but we'd be riding to work and I'm telling him, Lee, you in the left lane, these cars are, they can go around me, Perk. That's what they can do. And I'm like, so, and when I was working when I was a intern at the Washington County Public Defender's Office, going on the west side of the state, they heavily monitor that. And there was a case that came through there where some guys were riding in the left lane, doing the speed limit, but they're smoking weed, and the state trooper pulled them over for being in that lane. And that's how they got pulled over, which is a ticketable offense. Now they got the weed smell, and then they had a kilo of cocaine in the trunk. So, I mean, it's those type of instances, and I'm not suggesting that anybody carry a kilo of cocaine and stop and not ride in that lane but you gotta follow the rules. And they get caught just by they're thinking they're doing the speed limit, but the rules are the rules, and these are ticketable offenses. So let's go to Mr. Prosecutor, Mr. Goss. You have anything to say on your client's behalf, Counselor?
Your Honor, I believe he has learned a valuable lesson from this course, and I believe that he understands how to be a defensive driver at this point. I don't have anything to add beyond that.
All right, now the offer was drag racing. Now you got to keep in mind this is a 6-point offense, sir. If you you found guilty or pled to it straight up, which I'm sure you're not gonna do today, it's a 6-point offense and it's a mandatory 90-day driver's license suspension. However, drag racing was the offer, and that was before you took the class. That's a 4-point offense. I don't think it has any driver sanctions to it. So let's see what the city attorney can come up with in his book of offenses to offer. Now, keep in mind, you have a right to a trial still, so you're still innocent until proven guilty. And if you don't like the offer, we can set a trial date. That date will be March the 11th, 2022. But let's see what he's got. All right, in the meantime, let's call the city of Detroit. Let me just keep this.
I was gonna ask him a question.
Oh, go ahead.
What's the name? Mr. Lewis?
Yes, sir.
Do you supposed to wear corrective lenses when you drive?
Sorry.
Do you supposed to wear eyeglasses when you drive?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I can offer driving without corrective lenses. It's a 2-point misdemeanor. For reduce it down to that.
All right, you hear the offer? Driving without corrective lenses is a 2-point misdemeanor.
It doesn't affect the charge. It doesn't suspend the charge.
It doesn't have any implications on your driving license except for it being 2 points. So I can give you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room if you like, regarding the offer, and you do still have a right to a trial, all right?
All right. I want to talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Well, you might as well. It doesn't cost you nothing at this point. And counselor. And in the meantime, I'm going to call Olivero. Olivero.
Yes, Judge.
Counselor, join the breakout room with Mr. Lewis is in there. You know the offer. That's corrective lenses, 2-point offense. I think he's already joined. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus. Give me that first pronunciation of the first name.
Shameli Olivero.
This is the city of Detroit versus Shameli Olivero, case number 19707769. Oh, well, we don't need the appearance. Today is the date and time set for a review in this matter. Ms. Olivero, I see that you have satisfied your obligation with the court. So we're going to dismiss the case. Dismiss the case altogether because I think you pled to the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. All right.
Correct.
All right. So we're going with that. We're going to dismiss the case. All right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Judge.
Have a great day, man. We have a safe and happy holiday
You as well.
season. All right.
You as well, Judge.
Thank you. All right. So let's go with where's Mr. Rodney Gooden?
I'm here, sir.
All right. You're on the phone.
No, sir.
I don't see you. Good. Let's see what he's
No, my camera was off.
This is a 2006 case. Why is this case here? All right. Let's see. Mr. Goss, you there? All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Rodney Gooden, case number U2426296. Mr. Goss, are you there? All right, let me get the input of, let me allow the city attorney to give his input on this matter. I'm pretty sure, I don't think they keep these cases around this long. Rodney, what's your middle name?
I don't have a middle name. It's just an initial, sir.
Just the L?
Yes.
All right. All right, so let me, wait on his input.
Your Honor, can I know the charges?
So what?
Can I know the charges? I don't actually know the charges.
Disorderly conduct from 2016, 2006.
Okay.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 34.
That could be you.
It could be.
Could be you. Yeah, could be not.
Correct.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Chavez Lewis. All right.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lewis, I've given you an opportunity to speak with the counselor in the breakout room. I don't know if this officer is still with the force or not. I mean, this is a pretty recent ticket, but anyway, what does your client want to do, Ms. Wilkerson?
Sorry, Your Honor, he wants to take the offer.
Take the offer? All right. All right, is that the case, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me see, let me see what the code is on that. Let's make sure that we enter the exam right. Amended to driving without corrective lenses. 2-point offense. Okay, 30.
That's an MCL.
I'm not here.
Actually, reading.
All right, this is a that's MCL 257.312 or the related city statute that corresponds with that is a 2-point offense. All right, sir. Can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you can put your hands down. You have to give me a price on that. Oh, you have to give me a price on that too. Can you give me a price on that? I don't even know how much he's gonna have to pay.
Yeah, I was looking for my list, my cheat sheet.
All right, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you can put your hand down, sir. You understand that the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, and it can take some driving issues along with 6 points on your license if you got found guilty as charged.
Yes, I do.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No.
Okay, so let me draw your attention back to April 20, 2021 at around 8 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Gratiot Street in Kilpatrick. Sir, this is really kind of unconscionable that you're driving 90 miles an hour down Gratiot Street. I don't even think the city attorney paid any attention to that, because I'm sure the offer wouldn't have been that good. Do you understand how reckless that is? I don't care about anything else. If you're going 90 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, sir,
I understand.
it almost makes me not want to give you this offer, because I don't have to take this offer. I mean, do you realize that it's, I mean, you looked at the course. Driving is not just for you, it's other people on the road. And it's not just people driving, it's people trying to walk, it's people trying to bike. Do you know how badly you could have injured a lot of people or killed a lot of people doing this?
Yes, sir.
I hope you've learned your lesson, sir. I seriously do, because I definitely will remember you. And you won't get a deal like this ever again in this court if this comes through here again, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. On that date and time in the area of Gratiot and St. Patrick, sir, in the city of Detroit, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
You were pulled over because you were speeding and changing lanes without signal and had to be tailgating if you're going 90. Was that the case, sir?
Yes.
You were pulled over for that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were pulled over for that because you were actually speeding, as they said, changing lanes, as they said, without signal, and tailgating other cars. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you satisfied, counselor?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of driving without corrective lenses, sir. That's gonna be a 2-point offense. I cannot stress how much of a deal that you are getting on this. I don't know what was your mind state? You know, were you angry, like they said in the thing, or were you just young and just driving a brand new car and just being reckless? What was your mind state at the time? So were you racing? What were you doing?
I was literally the last car in a bunch of cars, and I saw everybody was pulled over, so I pulled over after everything. And then they said an officer witnessed my car and all the other cars doing what was said on the ticket, because we all got the
So
same
are you
ticket.
trying to say that you weren't driving 90 miles an hour?
No, sir.
Counselor, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's set this for a trial date. Let's have the I would like to hear what the officer has to say about this. If you weren't doing that, sir, then I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry. I think I answered that. I wasn't saying I wasn't driving. I'm saying I was. When you said my mind state, I was just trying to.
Are you driving in the car 90 miles
Your
an
Honor,
hour, crash it or not?
If I may be able to clear it up, I believe he's saying he wasn't doing 90, but he was in fact speeding.
I know, but was it 90? 90, 70, you know, it doesn't matter. Were you going that kind of excessive speed over the speed limit?
Yes, sir.
We're not talking about 35, do a 40 and a 35, or even 45, 10 over, we're talking about triple, almost triple the speed limit. Were you going anywhere in that range of speed?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I want to know. And what I was going to do, I was going to set it for a trial date. I was going to leave the offer open. But if he's sitting here saying that he wasn't doing anywhere near 90, because you're trying to make it sound like you're a victim when you sit there and you give that testimony, sir. You're trying to make it sound like you're a victim.
I'm sorry.
So let's not go there. Let's not start off like that. You can start off by not saying anything and not implicating yourself and remaining silent, but this time you're taking the plea and it's time to accept responsibility. You've got your deal, it's time to accept responsibility. So don't just come in here talking about, oh, I was the last car in a line and they were pulling over a whole lot of other people and they just pulled me over. No, they pulled you over because you're acting like a fool. Right?
Yes, sir.
That's all it is to it. So come correct now. All right, I'm going to accept this plea. Amended counter corrective vision. Can we get a price on that? When can you pay this? Are you working?
Yes, sir.
All right, when can you pay whatever cost it is?
I can pay it whenever. I just need to know the price.
All right. I'm going to still give them, I want you to pay this at any DivDash kiosk in the city of Detroit, or I want you to pay this, come down to the court and pay this because I don't want the online has not been working out. All right. So let's as soon as the court gets you a dollar amount, we can get you out of here. All right.
Yes, sir.
And I'll give you, what's today's date?
The
Today is
13th.
the 13th. So I'm going to give you till the 20th. Is that going to be enough time? I imagine it's going to be probably at least $200.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
All right. So listen, I mean, you know, think about other people on the road, sir. And then also when it's time that I'm all for exercising your right to remain silent. I'm all for using the system and working with the system. I advise that. But now when you're taking this plea and accepting responsibility, no other judge in the world wants to hear a story like that. That'll make them not give you the offer already. So, but if the more importantly, sir, slow down. You don't even want to be on the freeway doing 90, let alone on Gratiot. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to get you that dollar amount as soon as he gets that to me, and let's go to Mr. Alexander Lawrence.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Very well. All right, no offer here, a no ops ticket. What's your middle name, sir? Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
I don't even see how he got here. An 18 ticket. Oh, I see it spelled wrong. They missed the X. City of Detroit versus Alexander Jeremy Lawrence, case number 18-4901-321. Appearance for the record, please.
One second, Mr. Lawrence. Till Manager Wilkerson, on behalf of Mr. Lawrence, please state your full name for the record.
Alexander Jeremy Lawrence.
All right, so what I can do for you, sir, I don't have an offer in the file. I imagine that we tell you to display $240 fine, or even allowing, I don't know, $240 fine. But I can allow him to pay his reinstatement fee up front, set a trial, they come back on March the 11th, 2022, or if he wants to close it out today, then we'll get him an offer. You can speak to Ms. Wilkerson. I'm sure she's going to give you some sound advice on what I just said if you want to, sir.
Yes, I would rather close it out, but may I talk to Ms. Wilkerson about something?
You might change your mind, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, I show on the docket that this is an arraignment on a bench warrant, so.
All right. We'll enter not guilty plea on this behalf of $0 warrant. All right.
Thank you.
Join the room, sir. Speak with the lawyer.
Thank you.
You very much welcome. Let me get that out of the way. All right, what's Stewart, Junior Stewart? What's the name on that?
Russell Gregory.
Well, what do you? Let's see. Is this set for a trial? What is this set for? What are we doing with you, Mr. Gregory?
I received 3 cars in the mail and said I had a Zoom with you this morning at 8:25.
What are the case numbers?
I have to look it up. Give me 1 second, sir. My mom just sent them to me.
Well, you got a lot of stuff going on too, so.
It says a review.
I know. I want to know what the case numbers are.
Okay.
That's probably SP 111-44681.
That's
You haven't paid anything, sir.
No, because I'm just starting my job today. I was just on the phone with my boss. I'm starting my job today. That's why I was calling in to let you know that too.
All right. All right. So what I'm going to do for you, point to these things have already had these things have already these things have already gone into like late fee status, so we need to bring them back. So we can get back at the original cost of the tickets. Okay, so we're gonna set a new date for him. What date are you talking about, sir?
Well, I'm starting my job in a couple of minutes. I just told my boss that I was on court. I make $100 a day now, so I can start making my payments.
All right, so how long is it gonna take you to pay this off? You got a lot of stuff, so you gotta put a date on it that you think you can make.
Well, I can start making my payments tomorrow. I owe $780.
You owe more than that. But just on the cases in front of me, you're probably exactly right. So let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Russell Gregory, case number SP 1114468, count 1. SP 1141687, count 1. And SP 8538481. 1. Appearance for the record, please.
Russell Gregory.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Gregory, Your Honor.
Are you an Inkster or were you ever an Inkster, sir?
I used to live in Inkster.
All right, so you have this other case, that's the City of Detroit versus Russell Gregory. You're a junior?
Yes.
You 451003818. So he needs some time to pay. I'm gonna let's get to those cases. Well, I'm just gonna write them on here, and we're gonna waive the late fee for this case. We're gonna waive the late fee for the other case. And you gotta give me a date.
How much I owe?
You owe thousands. I'm talking about the 720 that you have in front of me. You owe thousands.
I don't have an exact date for no thousands.
Well, give me an exact date, sir.
That's I have to say March because I have to make the money.
All right, March the 14th. 2022, review at 8:25 a.m. Let me make sure I put these on here right. I'm gonna give you the case numbers. I'm gonna waive all the late fees on this stuff for him. We'll see what kind of progress he's made with them. I mean, that gives you plenty of time. If you're making $100 a day, that gives you plenty of time to have all this stuff paid off by the time you come back. Would you agree, sir?
Yes, sir.
You heard that, counselor. He agrees with me. So he's gonna come back and he's gonna have everything paid off. What I'll do is I'm gonna make sure that this is entered into the system so that you are not All right, come back on March the 14th. I'm gonna waive all the late fees, even for the civil infractions that you have. And you can just start paying.
Okay.
Pay at any div kiosk in the city of Detroit or come down to the court and pay. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe and happy holiday season. I'll see you back March the 14th. 2022 for a review.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's go with what's next. There's nowhere to get me fines.
Miss Gray, she's on Zoom.
Mr. Lawrence Alexander, why are you still here, sir?
We went to the breakout room with the attorney. We're back to talk to you.
Okay, what does Mr. Alexander want to do? We're back on the record with Mr. Lawrence Alexander.
He would like to set this matter for trial, Your Honor.
That's what I thought. All right, let's, and then we got Rodney Gooden. I haven't got a response from the, Mr. Gosh yet. I'm gonna dismiss that. All right, so you want to pay the reinstatement fee up front? That way you can have a driver's license, and hopefully when you come back in here, you'll have a license no matter what. The trial date is going to be March 11th. So that's going to be plenty of time for you to get that license at, at 9 a.m. Pay reinstatement fee up front, all right? So come
Yes, Your
down.
Honor.
I don't know, only good way I know you know how to do that, Mr. Lawrence, is coming down to the court and paying that $45. You'll get clearance that way.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go with Mr. Gooden. This is the city of Detroit versus Rodney Gooden. Rodney L. Gooden, case number U242-62906. This ticket is old, Counselor. What would you like to do with it?
Your Honor, when you say, oh, can you tell me a year, please?
06.
I move for dismissal. I believe that there's a 7-year mark with the city.
Okay. All right, very well. I'm going to dismiss the ticket for the age of the ticket, sir, and I'll waive any warrant fee.
All right, thank you.
All right, there's nothing further, sir. Have a safe and happy holiday season, all right?
Thank you.
Now we have Mr. Gray, Spencer Gray.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're still working on that cost, Mr. Lewis. I'll write this one down. What's your middle name, Mr. Gray?
Bernard.
Is he on the docket today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a Spence, not Spencer. What is your name? Is it Spence or Spencer?
Spence.
Okay. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Spence Bernard Gray. Case numbers SP 1165000, counts 1 and count 2 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Till Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, please state your full name for the record.
Spence Bernard Gray.
Spencer Gray. Okay. All right. He's got
Your Honor, is there an offer on this file or no?
I'm gonna see. I haven't I don't have the file yet. Spence Gray.
Great.
Please.
You have to assess your own fines also.
You say what?
You said it's a misdemeanor 2 points, so you said you assess your fines.
Okay, sir, certainly. Okay, all right. So here, Mr. Lewis, let's go back on the record with Mr. Chavez Lewis. I got it. All right, $240, sir.
Okay.
When you're gonna pay by December 20th, 2022, I'm gonna set it for review at 8:25 a.m. If you haven't paid, I need to see you back December 20th. If you paid, you don't need to show back up, sir. Have a safe and happy holiday season. And please take heed to those words on that driving course that you made, because it could be much more serious than this. You could have killed somebody or yourself out there like that, sir.
Yes, sir. I understand. Thank you.
All right, have a safe and happy holiday season, sir.
You too.
Okay. We've already set aside the defaults. Mr. Gray, you as well took the defensive driving course?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we've already called the cases. We're back on the record with Mr. Spence Gray. Mr. Goss, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gray has taken the defensive driving course. He had a 11 to 15 over, but no proof of insurance, and both civil infractions and a no ops ticket. All right, Mr. Gray, you know the deal. I don't have the certificate though, do I? Did you send me that certificate?
I forgot your email, Your Honor, but I can do it right now as we speak.
All right, let me put the email address. Let's go with allowing you to
Your Honor, he's on a phone. I'm not sure if you put it in the chat. I don't think he can see it.
Right, he's not gonna see it. I'll get that now. You got an ink pen, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
SEAN period PERKINS at 36 District Court.org. 36 THDISTRICTCOURT period ORG. That's my email address. All right.
Got it, Your Honor.
Okay, let's talk about the issue at hand. You took the driving course. Let's bring some information to the court that everybody can some knowledge to the court that everybody can learn. So,
well, basically, Your Honor, when I took the course, I basically realized that from my last court appearance, and when you were conversing with me about having no disregard for the road and having no disregard for the traffic laws in the state of Michigan, and as I was taking the course, everything that you pretty much was instructing me was pretty much ringing true. So far as driving experiences, distractions, what you was talking about earlier, the safe passing techniques, safety equipment, DUI prevention, my attitude while driving, that plays a big part in operating a motor vehicle, because, if your thoughts are impaired, your driving is going to be impaired. So it's pretty much common sense to me that I know, like, with my driving offenses, I can see what led to my offenses was my attitude, because my thoughts were not in accordance with what was, with the laws, because I just disregard.
Let's discuss what your thoughts were. What was your thinking on this particular day? Were you angry about something? Are you just an angry person, or did you have something going on in your life at the time? What were your thoughts when you got in this car on this particular day?
I mean, on that particular day, Your Honor, I'm a contractor, so I had some work-related issues, and I was a little frustrated. So it was just, trying to make deadlines and meet deadlines, and I just was, speeding on that particular day.
Okay, you're in a rush.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, that'll do it. All right, go ahead.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I didn't catch that.
Okay.
And about the traffic signs and control lights. That one, that was a big one too, because at the end of the day, I know sometimes I could disregard red lights or blinking red lights, just pause and just keep going. So now I know, like, how important it is to pay attention to the signs and the lights.
Okay, so when you come to a four-way stop, when the lights are when you come to a light in the and the control device is not working at all, what are you supposed to do?
Stop and just wait for, like, if it's this car turn, then you know pretty much
Right.
go
Treat it
off.
as a four-way stop and you go in a turn that you got there, correct?
Yes.
And what people really have to realize is when you come to an area like 7 Mile and Woodward, and the 7 Mile and that light is out, you have an island in between there, and it's like 2 stops that you need to make, because the people just want to go and run through, but the other people on the other side, people don't really take heed to that stuff. Some people just, I see it commonly where people just run right through the stop sign, because the light is not working. They figure they don't have to stop anymore. And it is a very, very dangerous situation to be driving, because it's very easy for somebody to get hurt or killed like that. All right, well, offer today for you is going to be failure to display a valid driver's license. It's going to be, we'll dismiss the other 2 counts. We'll set aside the default on the speeding ticket and set aside the default on the no proof of insurance ticket. Those tickets will be dismissed. You have a right to a trial, and you'll just plead to failure to display a valid driver's license as charged. That's a $240 fine, sir. And the other 2 tickets will be dismissed. You have a right to a trial. You can speak with counselor in breakout room if you like to discuss the offer. And his driver's license reads revoked. So I don't know what led to all of that. I don't know if he knows, but that's what the status of his driver's license is now. All right. What would you like to do, sir?
Yes, sir. I'll do as you instructed, Your Honor. I'll pay the $240 fine.
Okay. That fine with you, Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he's saying he wants to take the offer. Is that correct?
Yes. All right. Can you raise your right hand, sir?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, you understand the maximum possible penalty for the misdemeanor offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to draw your attention, sir, to back to February 11, 2021, around 5:07 p.m. in the area of Gratiot and Whitthorne Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be? Now, let me ask you this. Do you have any other issues with your driver's license? What do you know why your license is revoked?
Yes, Your Honor.
And why is that?
Because it's my driving.
If you feel like telling, if you feel like telling, go ahead.
A DUI, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any idea of when you'll get your license back?
Yes, I go in front of the driving board in April of 2022.
Now, I'm just communicating with the city attorney, Madam Counselor. I know that if he goes in front of the driving board, it's going to be an uphill battle on this case anyway, sir. I'll tell you that, and I suggest you get a lawyer if you can afford one.
Yeah.
But
Yes, I'm already on it. Yeah.
And it definitely will be probably no sense in you even going to that meeting with this failure to display that'll abstract on your driver's license. So let me see what the city attorney says about that.
Maybe if they're willing to do an allowing.
Yes, that would be a lot better for his situation, because once they see you driving, then, you really.
I mean, Your Honor, excuse me, I just want to, just state to the court that once I caught the infractions, it automatically notifies the board, and the board sent me a letter out notifying me of when can I reapply. Like if you get an infraction while up under the review board, it pushes it back 6 months at a time. So each infraction that a person would get, it pushes it back 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months.
Each time you ever even just get pulled over, or each time maybe because these things went in default? Because how would the board know unless you would hear the default? So that's gonna pose even more problems for you. But let's see if we can, see if the city attorney is willing to do anything just as it relates to the immediate problem, because I know, and I don't think your counselor would advise you, if they already know about this driving, that you go in there and say, oh, I wasn't driving. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what your counselor would advise.
I mean, Your Honor, I'm being proactive towards getting my license back. I've retained counsel in the matter, so it's just a matter of me waiting to go to the hearing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just speaking out loud and thinking it through myself as a. But what I would just suggest that you make sure your counselor knows if he's willing to offer you this. Let's put this matter aside and wait for his response. Maybe it may change, it may not change. And then once we get that response, then we will call it. It shouldn't be that much longer. Is Officer Ferguson in here? All right, so let's move on to LaShawn Greer. Where is Mr. Greer?
So Your Honor, excuse me.
Here, just give me a second. Oh, no, let's so is does that he's gonna go before the driving board on the DUI in April. This is the same guy? This is the same guy. I don't know. He took the driving, he's the one that took the driving class. But I don't, I don't. Hold on a second. All right, counselor, because your client is going to that hearing and he's taking steps and he took the class, took it seriously, the city attorney is gonna offer him an allowing an unlicensed driver.
Okay, Your Honor.
And what
Did you hear that, Mr. Gray?
I didn't hear the last part.
They're gonna offer you a new plea offer of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. it'll help you out because it doesn't abstract to your driving record.
Okay.
And then all the stuff will be to this. So essentially, all of that stuff that was sent to the Secretary of State will be backed out. If you take this plea, pay $240, and then we'll dismiss the allowing. So it'll appear to them that you haven't been driving. So
Okay,
your attorney can do that with what he can, and you'll have to, take the advice of your attorney on that. But this is a better deal than the failure to display, because the failure to display would abstract to the Secretary of State, and they would know you were driving once you took this plea. So that's the deal today, $240. You want to take that deal?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, and we're in the area of February 11, 2021, around 5:07 p.m. in the city of Detroit, the area of Gratiot and Whitthorne Street. You had an occasion to be pulled over by Detroit police on that day?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
And on that date, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir, Your Honor.
And why is that, sir?
Because it's suspended.
All right, very well. I'm going to accept your plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm going to fine you $240. I told you I'd dismiss that upon payment with stipulation of probable cause. Counselor, I'll dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, sir, when can you pay the $240?
I'm finna pay that as quick as I hang up the phone from you. Go on div that and pay it that way.
Yeah, go to the div that kiosk. I'm gonna put on your review on December 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., 8:25 a.m. If you paid it, sir, you don't have to come back. If you haven't paid it, then I need to see you, sir. But if I don't see you, have a safe and happy holiday season, and good luck to you on that driver review thing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very well. All right, Mr. LaShawn Greer.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is City of Detroit versus LaShawn Montrez Greer, case number SP 121-59841. Appearance for the record, please. And
Field Manager Wilkerson.
58021.
Field Manager Wilkerson, on behalf of Mr. Greer. Mr. Greer, please state your full name for the record.
LaShawn Montrez Greer.
And I believe these matters are set for review.
Yeah, he hasn't paid.
Can I have a moment to speak with Mr. Greer?
Yeah. Join that breakout room, sir. He's already probably joined. Gold. Let's all right, what's up, Mr. Golden?
Yes.
You have some cases here. Let me get Mr. Andrew Christopher Golden, please. Thank you. You have some cases you pled to. And that you owe some money on. Let's get an understanding on when you're going to pay that first. A default judgment I'll do for that. Because I'll allow you to be heard on that. That happened during the pandemic. So, also, same ticket, paid limited access speeding. I don't know what happened to the other ticket. You paid one and didn't pay the other? Is that what it is?
Not sure what the ticket, what day is the ticket? What was it for?
October 25th, 2020 for both of those tickets. One was, and that's in the area of Plymouth and Plainview. And then,
Okay, I think I might have paid that ticket.
but
I
you got
know.
no insurance.
Oh yeah, one was the insurance one. I had insurance on that date that they gave me that ticket for no insurance, but I'm confused because it was so long ago. But I was on my girlfriend's insurance policy. Well, yeah, it was her insurance policy on her vehicle,
Right,
and she had got one on my vehicle, so we were both insured.
We need an
Say it again, sir.
offer. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. We need an offer. Okay, there is an offer in here. All right. Mr. Goss, are you there? Mr. Goss, are you there? This one, I see the offer here. I'm just wondering why. Morality class and test. That's not like the. It's not like. Okay, we're back on the record with Mr. Greer. I spoke to your, you, I gave you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room. What's your client want to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Greer is asking for an extension to pay in this matter. I was able to speak with him and find out his circumstances on why he hasn't paid. It wasn't like a blatant ignorance.
I don't care. I don't care. I hope you spoke about a date.
We're asking for at least 60 days, Your Honor.
60 days?
Yes, he's the sole provider in his household with 5 children.
Right there?
With 5 children, Your Honor.
4 jobs.
Or at least 45.
February 11th.
Is that good for you, Mr. Greer?
That's fine. That's good.
It's the last time, Mr. Greer.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
You know, I got a place for you. Either community service, or I got a place for you, and we won't even have to worry about the money.
We don't want to do none of that.
All right. You don't want the place I got for you, right?
No, I want the place you have for everybody else.
Everybody else.
Everybody else, February the 11th, we're gonna set it for a review at 8:25. I need to see you back then, sir. Let's have a safe and happy holiday season, sir. I'll see you in the new year. And hopefully that'll be paid.
Thank you. Have a great one. I can break out. I mean, leave.
Yeah, you can leave.
Have a good one.
All right, let's call the case, City of Detroit. I'm gonna dismiss that no proof of insurance. He's got a.
Do the test, not this compromise.
I don't care. He's got the no proof of insurance. He paid a civil infraction on the same date that he got, paid that. I don't know what happened to the no proof of insurance. So, and he's got, okay, but he's also got a no ops. So are we just taking this one plea and dismissing everything?
Yeah.
All right, this is City of Detroit versus Andrew Christopher Golden, case number SP 11285462 SX 39086011 and U 6032521. Appearance for the record, please.
Field Manager Wilkerson on behalf of Mr. Golden. Mr. Golden, please state your full name for the record.
Andrew Christopher Golden.
All right, I don't know if you want to see the allegation, Ms. Wilkerson, in the ticket, that I can fax you the face of the ticket if you want, but the offer today, I'm going to dismiss the automatically. I'm going to dismiss the no proof of insurance, and I'm going to waive any late fees and waive the reinstatement fees on those. He's paid the limited access ticket. I don't know what happened with that other one, but it seems like they happened on the same day. So I'll do that. So then the offer is going to be a 1-for-1. They wanted to plead to the as charged to the indecent exposure and to take that under a 3-month delay. I won't even take it under a 3-month delay. I'll dismiss upon payment of $240, and they want him to get some testing done.
Okay.
And that's what it's not the usual. That's why he's not asking for the misdemeanor morality class as well, because it's not the usual case that we see where we offer where they make them take misdemeanor morality class and the testing, but the city attorney wants the testing done as a contingent on taking the offer. So I'll allow you to speak with him in a breakout room if you like. And if you want to, I'll allow you to speak with the city attorney if you like, upon speaking with your client. And
okay, can I speak with Mr. Golden first?
Yes. All right, join that room, Mr. Golden.
All right.
Oh, this got dismissed.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Golden seems to think he has another ticket. Can you tell me, I know you said that no proof of insurance would be dismissed, and then he
That
had
SX ticket. That SX ticket. That's gonna be SX 390860111. That's gonna be dismissed.
Okay, and then what was the other ticket that he had besides the U ticket?
The SX ticket, that's a no ops.
No
And then
ops.
he had, I told him I dismissed the no proof of insurance because on that time he got pulled over, he paid the related civil and he played another civil infraction.
Okay. And that's all the tickets that you're showing for him?
That's all. Let's pull a summary up from Mr. Gold. Just to make sure. That's Andre Christopher Gold. Yes, just those three matters.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thursday.
Be my first Christmas.
23rd would be that day, 24th, Christmas Eve. Right?
Your Honor, can I speak to the city attorney, please?
Yes. For Mr. Ford, Terrence Anthony Ford. Hold that matter out. That's on the bottom of the review. Close it out on the failure to display out. Do you have this file over there? All right.
Your Honor, can you put me back in breakout room 2?
Let's call the city of Detroit versus Terrence Anthony Orr, case number SP 9889891. Mr. Orr has satisfied his payment on that. I'm gonna close that out under failure to display. We getting Nathaniel Kyle Lewis. All right, we're back on the record with Mr. Andrew Christopher Golden. Mr.
Your Honor, is
Golden.
Mr. Goss in the courtroom?
No, you want to go back in the breakout room with him?
Yes, I can see if he's still in there.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Mr. Goss, the young lady was issued a ticket and he was able to give me a name and a birth date if that helps.
Okay. Your Honor, in that regard, just the 3-month delay is fine without the restrictions.
All right,
So Mr. Golden would like to avail himself to the plea offer, Your Honor.
I'm gonna dismiss upon payment.
Mr. Golden, can you pay that $240 right away?
240. Yeah, I can pay it soon as possible. Maybe not exactly today, but this week.
Okay, so it depends on you when this will be dismissed. If you can pay within a week or next week or whenever, then it'll be dismissed upon your payment.
Okay. And where can I pay at? Where's my payment
You
location?
can go down to the 36th District Court, or you can pay at any of the Give Back kiosks around the city of Detroit. There's also one located outside the courthouse.
Okay.
All right, so you want to take that deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or you can put your hand down. Sir, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor offenses are 90 days in jail and or $500 in fine, and 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine for the state misdemeanor ticket?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. Would you like to voir dire your client, Ms. Wilkerson?
I can, I'll just need the exact date and location of the offense, Your Honor.
This would be March the 5th, 2021, around 12 p.m. City of Detroit, in the area of 19,000 block of Fenton Street.
Okay, Mr. Golden, excuse me. Were you in the city of Detroit on the date of March 5th, 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you located on Fenton Street at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you come into contact with the Detroit police officer on that date and time?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that date and time, were you in your vehicle doing something indecent or obscene?
Yes, ma'am.
If the court is satisfied with that, Your Honor, or I don't know if the court would like me to go into more details.
I was trying to not have you go into more detail, but I don't know if the indecent and obscene is legal jargon. I think you have to get a better factual basis than that.
Okay, Mr. Golden, at that date and time when you came into contact with the police, were you having sexual intercourse in your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, that's as detailed as it's gonna get. I'm gonna accept your plea as charged. With stipulation of probable cause, I'm gonna dismiss the state no ops ticket SX 390866011. And I'm gonna go ahead and set aside the default on the no insurance ticket. I'm gonna dismiss that as well. I'm gonna also waive the warrant fees and waive the late fee and the reinstatement fee on that.
Your Honor, we do stipulate the probable cause.
Yeah, we stipulate the probable cause. Thank you. And today your fine is going to be $240. And sir, when can you pay that?
I have 200 right now on my bank card. I just need to make the other $40.
When can you do it?
Probably sometime today. So if I can't get it paid today, most likely tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna say pay by December 20th, 2021. We'll set it for review on that date at 8:25 a.m. If you paid it, then you don't have to show back up. However, if you haven't paid it, then you need to show back up. I'm gonna say dismiss upon payment. And the deal won't be like that this next time, sir. I won't be willing to do that. I'm gonna at least take the prosecutor's delayed sentence if he offers you a delayed sentence. If there is a next time, I just want to let you know that. So I got there December 20th. If it's paid, sir, then you don't have to show back up. We'll close the matter out. We're gonna set it for review December 20th. The other matters are gonna be dismissed. And if it's not paid, I need to see you on that morning at 8:25 a.m., all right?
Okay. Can I ask, what is a delayed sentence?
Delayed sentence is that if you satisfy the terms and conditions, then it'd be dismissed. So you're basically on a delayed sentence right now. But if you don't satisfy the terms and conditions, then you've pled guilty already to obscene charge. And I don't know if that's treated as a sex offense or not. But then if you don't pay, then that delay will go away and it'll just be a guilty plea as charged.
Okay.
So you gotta make sure you pay that. I don't care who you gotta get the money from, and I would pay that at any DivDav kiosk, or I would come down to the city, come down to the courthouse and make that payment, because paying it online has not been very good.
Okay. And we said it's called a DIVS.
The kiosk that you pay like your utility bills at, DivDav, DIVDAT.
Yeah.
There's one located outside of the courtroom. They're also around the city of Detroit, sometimes in grocery stores.
Okay.
CVS's and Walgreens and Myers and stuff like that in the city of Detroit.
Okay. I got you.
That's the
So when I
best
go
way
in,
to pay it. If you don't want
if
to
I
come
go into
down.
a Walmart, just ask for a kiosk payment.
It has to be somewhere in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
And it should be sitting there. I think it's a blue machine. All right.
All right.
And if you don't find that, the other best way is come down to the court and pay it.
All right.
All right. Have a great day, sir. If I don't see you, have a safe and happy holiday season.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. All right. All right. Ms. Wilkerson, very good job today, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Your Honor. It was a pleasure working with you. I think I'm back with you another day this week.
All right. I don't have the sheet, but if you are, it'll be a pleasure. And if something changes and I don't see you, you have a safe and happy holiday season as well.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question. You give a pay by date and they don't pay it by that date. What do you know?
Show cause.
You show cause.
Yeah.
Like this one, this is okay. Because you got a January date here.
So give them another date if I said January. So put that other date in there.
You see.
So they must have come in and we.
On this date.
They must have came in and asked for some more time.
No, they didn't. This is the 6th. This is the day we had that issue.
Well, some reason I put January, so let's give them till January, but that's January 4th, and I don't think the court is gonna be open then, or is it, I don't, yeah, so no, it's just put the new date and just put it for the new date.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Williams-Law, if there's nothing further, I'll see you after lunch.
Okay, Your Honor.
Have a great lunch. See you later.